Hello everybody and welcome into As Seen on Facebook Wednesday. Now these are videos that I will be editing down for you that are live on my Facebook page, since Facebook will be deleting all live videos after 30 days. So I thought I'd do my best to edit. Stay tuned. Let's go ahead and jump into some projects.
Hello everybody and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. On today's video, we're going to take this old vintage cabbage slicer and we're going to transform it into something cute, cottage-like, because it hasn't sold as is. I know I have a little bit of a higher price on this piece, but look how beautiful this wood is, and I thought we can spruce it up a little bit by adding some transfers to it and give this a whole cottage makeover. What do you guys think of that? Go ahead and stay tuned. I'm going to add some greenery, a bowl, and of course these beautiful IOD transfers that you can get from the Rose Botanical book packet. All you do is simply rub on that transfer and pull off that backing until your transfer is adhered to your surface. And then we end up with a beautiful transfer at the base of our piece against that lovely wood look. Now I'm going to come in and add these beautiful pieces of greenery with some wire, so you can easily just remove this if you don't like it. And I'm just trimming those off with my wire cutters. And then I'm going to come in with just some floral wire that I've had on hand, pull it through that hole and twist it in the back. Now once again, here comes that little shabby bow or cottage style bow that I'm going to add to the top of our piece. I just add a little bit of glue, but if you guys want to take this off, you can easily just heat that glue up and remove that bow. We come in to finish it off with a cute little button, and then here is our finished piece. Simple and beautiful. Adding that little cottage rose on the base, I think just brought it to life even further. Let me know what you think of this project down in those comments. If you are enjoying my content, please help my channel grow by hitting that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below and don't forget to hit that notification bell on your way out. Let's move on to project number 2, our tea kettle.
Guys, and this little thing is pretty. It doesn't want to sell. I'm not going to paint it, but I do like the rusty crusty with transfers on it.
So we are going to do the same thing we did to our cabbage slicers, and I'm just cleaning this up with a little bit of rag and alcohol. Once again, coming back in with that botanical transfer book by IOD, and I'm going to use those same beautiful yellow roses on this piece, but there's so much in this transfer book that you can choose from. Don't forget to shop this item with my affiliate link down in that description. Going to cut these roses out and just simply start layering the pieces, repeating that process of rubbing on our transfer and then pulling off that backing. Now this is a little bit of a rounded surface here, so I'm going to have a little bit of a longer time trying to get those transfers in. Just go with the curvature of your surface, holding down your transfers firmly. I got this section on so far, but I think I'm going to come in and add a little bit more, come in with a little bit more greenery from other transfer pages, and then just go ahead and burnish those in. And you see we're just building a lot of layers here with that transfer piece against that rusty crusty kettle. And this is, I think, came out so beautiful. And the thing about this one and changing it up, it sold very fast. So we continue this process of adding in more florals. I finish it off with a cute little ribbon on the side and tie that in a bow, trim off any excess pieces, and then we have this beautiful kettle already ready for a cottage vignette. Now let me know what you think of this one down in those comments. Not everything needs to be a full transformation. Adding some simple transfers for a makes a dramatic look here. Fusion and Dixie Belle products with my affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs. I have that link in the description. as well as supplies, home decor, and floral. A one-stop shop with a $9 flat rate shipping. So save and reuse my link and help my content here on YouTube. Thank you all for your support. Let's move into our next project, a bird pot stand. So I have this candle holder and this greenery pot piece from Hobby Lobby. We're going to go ahead and upcycle these and marry them together. I'm coming in with this beautiful shade of white by Dixie Belle in the color Fluff, and we are going to coat that base of our candlestick with a full coverage look here. Come in with my little heat gun to dry that first layer, and then we'll continue on to layer up that candle stand and continue on into the pot surface as well, using that beautiful shade of white by Dixie Belle in the color Fluff. Now once I have all these on, we'll go ahead and dry them up and distress them as well. I want a little bit distressing in the pot as well as the base of the piece, but not too much to where it overwhelms everything. So we're going to do some light distressing here, and then we'll go ahead and move into marrying up these two pieces. Now I'm going to come in with a dry brush, wipe off all the excess dust, come in and repeat that process of distressing the pot piece. Now I want a little bird on the little pot, so we're going to come in with the IOD birdsong mold and some DOS air dry clay, and we're going to create a little bird mold to go into the front piece of our pot here. Now if you haven't used this mold before, you get these beautiful little images of birds. You can also use resin casting if you want, but we're going to go ahead and use some wood glue to attach everything and layer up that cute little bird on our pot. I'm going to give this a little dry just so that we can add a little bit of paint over the top. I'm going to come in and finish everything off with Dixie Belle's top coat or clear coat wax in the color clear. I made a mess of that one. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead, clear wax everything, wipe off the excess, and then layer up our glue. I will let my pot sit for 24 hours from that foam hold, and look at how cute this piece came out. So don't ignore those candlesticks at your thrift stores. Let me know what you guys think about this piece down in those comments. Come watch me create these pieces over on Facebook Live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's move on to a salvage corbel.
I have this piece here, and we're gonna use it like a piece of salvage, like almost like a bookend, but I wanted to just decorate this up. I have this rusty crusty piece that I'm going to use somewhere up here, but I do want to paint this up with some milk paint, you guys. We're gonna make it a chippy, layered. I really wanted a white chippy look, but this is mercantile. It's like a grayish tannish color, and I also have some of this leftover window pane, so I am going to mix these two because I don't think this is enough, and we'll see what we get, you guys.
I'm going to start off here just mixing my leftover milk paint, and you want a 1-to-1 ratio. So however much you put in milk paint, you want to put that same amount in water. Here I'm just using whatever left over. I put 2 scoops of milk paint, so I'm going to do 2 scoops of water, mixing that up thoroughly, and then you want to set it aside to thicken up a little bit until you get a consistency of a melted milkshake. Now once you have your paint thickened up, I also like mine a little bit watery. You just start painting on your piece. Now the way I do my milk paint is I paint on my piece, I come in with some heat, and then I continue that process of layering more milk paint on top and then coming back with that heat. And you can see there we're already building a beautiful textured look, and I just continue that process once again, not worrying about being nice and neat with my milk paint and my brush strokes, because you do want that authentic chippy salvage kind of look, like if it came from a old house where people layered up that paint. over and over again. And that's a look we are going for. And you guys, I know it's a little bit of a process of layering that milk paint and coming back with that heat, but I do promise you're going to get this beautiful textured look. You're going to get chippy, you're going to get crackle. The more you layer, the more you get that effect. Now you see how I'm just gliding off those chips with just my simple finger. You don't need much, they just simply fall off. But I'm going to come in here with my sander and go ahead and help those chips along, making sure I glide that sander through all the pieces. Now, if you want less chipping, they come in with an extra bond or some kind of sealer into your paint to help that paint stick. But you know, in the end, milk paint's going to do what it wants to do. It's going to chip where it wants, and it's going to give you this beautiful effect here that's aged look piece. Now I went ahead and continued on just distressing the piece, helping that milk paint flake off wherever it was going to flake off. And then I come in with just some clear wax by Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in the color clear. I wipe that on, making sure I wipe off any excess. And then this beautiful corbel has a new look. We're going to go ahead and add that rusty crusty plate here, which is a vintage plate I found some rusty crusty nails as well. Then I'm going to trim down to the size I need, and we are going to hammer that in to the little holes, giving our rusty crusty knob plate here a firm hold into that wood. You can add anything you want to this piece, but on the top of it I'm coming in with a cute little bird and a little candle ring to finish off the look here. And then we'll go ahead and add another little rusty element with this key. I did go ahead and change this up a little bit before I sold it because I liked it better. I ended up adding a tag and a different bow. I don't have the picture of that for you, but look how beautiful this piece came out just using a salvage wood element from a old farmhouse table, a plate from a old house knob. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments.
That's the end of our video. I hope you guys are all enjoying these As Seen on Facebook series that I'm bringing to you every Wednesday. I thank you guys all for joining me. I hope you guys found some inspiration in these projects to bring to your own crafts and your own creativity. Don't forget to chat with me down in those comments. You know the algorithm loves that conversation down there, and that just helps push out my videos so much more. So I would appreciate you guys if you did that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell on your way out. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Bye, friends.